Good morning, everybody. It's Becky. Welcome to Manic Monday, July 6, 2026. And I had an amazing week of adventure, thrifting mostly, a little bit of art, driving around the state of Maine. I got a hair there. Um, Another chance rescue for cats in Berwick, Maine, was having a 50% off their entire store sale July 2nd. So I started there and then I went on an adventure. I drove to the city, uh, all kind of fun, and we'll get to that later. I'm going to turn you around and show you what I scored. Pardon this, I got cold sore. And I've got those little Moderna things. This is a beautiful canvas, and that's going to fit lovely in here somewhere. I don't know what that size would be, 12 by 14 maybe. Be your own kind of beautiful. Lovely. Another wooden frame. I just love authentic wood, and nowadays it's all wood composite junk. So no, I don't care for the art. That's okay. I got a new beautiful frame. I got some fibers. Cheap. I think she counted them up. There was 6 or 7 of them, and I paid $2.50 for all of it. And she gave me a huge deal on these too. There. That was marked $2.50, but I got another deck of cards. And I think I only pay, she charged me like $1.50 for both of them. So, these are all, oh, look at that. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. That's amazing. Huh. Okay. Some pottery. I can't help it with the purple and blue pottery. Clear glass. This had a little topper, so couldn't pass that up. That's adorable. Looks like a little genie bottle. And I think these are going to be, I don't do a lot of candles anymore unless they're in my melter or my fragrance thing up in my art room. So I think this might be a pin cushion. I have 2 of them. There's another one still wrapped there. So that, like I do with the little teacups. I have to keep prices down because, and I just love vintage stuff. The quality of the vintage stuff is so much nicer, and I will be sharing more about that later. I've been looking for one of these. I almost got one in New York last time I was at those shops. A taller one that stood on the ground, but there was an area like here that had come unsewed, so I left it. And I still don't understand. Like, these are vintage, but you see the fabric out here. This is beautiful. Why? Why would you put that color liner in there? I mean, light blue, turquoise, even brown. Why? I don't get it. All right, and then I got a canvas, just a blank canvas. And I got some more fabric. This is just a printed placemat. So it's only printed on that one part. But I don't know. I got a thing for teddy bears. So that is going to be probably a, excuse me, probably a book cover. And some more fabric. A VIP print by Joanne Messmore, Cranston Print Works Company. Some more fabric. colorful. I know I'm stepping out of my comfort and I'm doing colorful. And I believe, now I am not a scholar, but I believe that is the table of elements, the periodic table of elements. And there's 2 bunches of that. And I picked up a couple more Disney things. And this little, I don't know, I liked this brown printed paper part, but it's a sunflower wooden kit that is not going to get made. It's going to be used in parts, most likely. Okay, over here, look at this lovely bag of lace. And there's 2 different kinds of lace. This is a skinny, long, and these were cut apart. There's some single pieces, and then there's some that are twos still hooked together. So I don't know. I hope you get excited about my amazing finds as I do, because if you have the time and you take it, you can look around and find some amazing things. And if you're looking for anything, you let me know. If I see it, I'll get it. I'm still on the lookout for a size 10 men's cowboy boot for a friend. I saw a couple, but they were the wrong size, or they were a little too flashy. They had a free bin outside of these wooden turnings, so I picked up a couple of those. I don't know why. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. Spindles, 2 pots, and then this little jug-looking thing. And apples. I don't even care for apple decor, but you know, you never know. It could be something else. Could be a ladybug. I don't know. So, oh, and this case. The case is why I got it. It was marked $4, so I paid $2. It has, excuse me, I don't know, this is like a child's design crystal jewelry, and it's probably old, and I don't even know, what is that, alum powder. I think it's supposed to make it look like crystals. So before I toss that out, I'll explore that. I might be able to use that for some texture on a canvas. And here is the haul from Still a Good Cause Thrift in Portland. That was a bargain. Sometimes I see these, it's just envelopes, and they are cream colored, like, so if you make handmade cards and you come across a bargain like this, heck yeah. I saw a box of these at Martin's and they wanted $20, so nope. Bag of random crewel yarn. It's thin for crewel. And I know I shared this with you when I found it. This was a, excuse me, a 1985 crewel kit. And it is called Rebecca's Portrait. Now I just got the canvas, so I'm going to use my own embroidery threads, and then I happen to be lucky to come across this. Got some yellow. I have found pictures on the internet of what it's supposed to look like, but there's a lot of yellow, so I may change up some of the colors. I got another measuring tape. I love keeping one of these in my purse for if I find a really beautiful frame. I try to measure it to see if it's like a standard 16 by 20 or regular canvas size, so it can be easy to frame. Lovely soap dish and some beads. They're not 100% clear. They have like a metallic look to them. Anyway, can't have enough beads. Shirt. This is a 3/4 length. But look at the, I want to see if you can see that detail. the embroidered detail. It's a silky soft, very nice. Can you see the color trend that's going on here? Another shirt. This is a sleeveless, but it's puckery and long, so I can add a carpet for the bathroom. I wanted to touch on the vintage items I mentioned before. Made in America, vintage, the quality is amazing. These are real glass beads made in 2011. So after the Another Chance mega sale, I ventured into the city of Portland, and that was an adventure, me and the city. Woohoo! I started at the Portland Antiques Mall. I had discovered this similar venues in Dade City, Florida, and other areas of Florida, and I didn't even know it was a thing in Maine. So I wanted to go check it out, and I only made one purchase there, but it is fantastic. I will turn you around and show you that. It is an antique book called Days Serene by Margaret MacDonald Fullman. And after the antiques mall, I went to Weekend Vintage and got a beautiful, beautiful vintage shirt and paid too much, but it's so unique and so gorgeous. You wait till you see it. And I went to a couple other, I just put in my GPS thrift store near me and watch them pop up and then go have an adventure. So I did, there was a couple I didn't go to, but I enjoyed Still a Good Cause, thrift, and New and Again thrift. And I made a couple stops that I didn't see anything, and then I skipped a few, but and I usually skip vintage clothes, but I got a little curious, and so I did stop at the Weekend Vintage, and the New and Again, I picked up a couple items. Anyway, so I'm going to flip you around and show you my treasures. The antique book. And that is why I got it. Look at that. And I'm just thinking, can you imagine in color? And she does give, she uses quotes. What visionary tints the year puts on when fall leaves falter through motionless air. And she gives credit to the original person who did that quote. The artwork is just amazing. I will not be destroying this book. Okay, and here is the shirt that I got at Weekend Vintage. I've never heard of this brand before. Yes, I paid $40 for a medium short sleeved. It's soft. It's very soft. But look at those colors. It's going to go with every pair of spandex and trousers that I own. I love it. Moving right along. This was the New and Again. Excuse me. These two clothing items. This is a linen shirt that has really cool buttons, and I thought I might try embellishing it, and a lavender pantsuit. It's a vest and trousers, and I just thought it was lovely, so got that. Oh, these were outside on a rack, so they were only $1 each, the suit and the linen shirt. The clear glass was half off, so these were $1, and this was, I think, 8, so I paid 4. Yeah. But look at this fabric. Oh my God. Pretty sure I have a swatch of this. This looks like upholstery fabric. This is Waverly. Quite nice. It's heavy. And this one, I didn't even know it was cats. It was folded in such a way that I just saw the bright flowers. And I thought, oh, that's going to make a lovely book cover. And then I read the bag said cat border. And I was like, ah. So anyway, gorgeous. And I got some books for art. Look at these illustrations. Just amazing. These are, this is Dick and Jane. Kitty cats, more cats, more cats. This is a 1987 book. And the artwork is just very like watercolory, colored pencil-y maybe. I don't know. I just loved it. And the books were $1, so 50 cents there. And I'm always doing Disney things, so those will come in handy. Fox on a Box. I just thought it was cute. Okay, so that is that trip. Thank you for stopping by. Today's Manic Monday. Bedhead hair, still in my PJs. I hope you had a fantastic adventure. And, oh, I forgot to tell you about the art. Yeah, I got upstairs in the studio a little bit. Saturday or Sunday, it's a blur. And I just made some crazy, colorful collage, just paint. But you'll see on the left was a professional artist paper. It was 9 by 12. I cut it in half, and I just happened to have laying around some book pages. Now, they were vintage book pages from the book that I tore apart to make my first journal, the Book of Virtues. I don't remember the author, but they happened to be the same size, so I laid them out 6 and 6, taped them down, and just went for it with the paint because I need some creative inspiration. I got to get back up there and make some stuff, play around, get my hands all inky again. And so I did that, and then it looked a little dark, and I was like, well, that was a mess. So I mixed some yellow paint into some Floetrol that I had already sitting on my art desk, and I just squirted it all over the place. And you can see the difference when it dried on the different papers. Like the supposedly expensive art paper kind of made a little bit of a muddled mess. It absorbed the colors that were behind it and turned the yellow a little bit greener than what was over on the vintage book pages. So that was an interesting little experiment. And I think that is all for now. So I hope you have a fantastic week. You make something beautiful and have a few adventures along the way. Take care. Bye.